Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Grim and Guilty. Lori Vallow Daybell was born in June 1973 in Southern California and raised in a Latter-day Saint household. Over the years, she married multiple times, beginning with a brief teenage marriage that ended quickly. In the mid 1990s, she remarried and later gave birth to her son, Colby. That relationship also ended in divorce. For a time, Lori worked as a hairstylist and even appeared in a Texas beauty pageant and a popular game show. In 2001, she married Joseph Ryan. They had a daughter, Tylee. Their split turned hostile, with accusations flying back and forth, including serious allegations of abuse. Years later, Joseph Ryan died of natural causes. In 2006, Lori married Charles Vallow. During their marriage, they adopted Charles' young grandnephew, Joshua J.J. Vallow. J.J. had been born with drugs in his system and later diagnosed with autism. For a time, the family appeared stable, but that stability would not last. Chad Daybell was born in 1968 in Utah, also raised in the LDS faith. He married Tammy Douglas in 1990, and together they had 5 children. Chad worked various jobs, including in cemeteries, before transitioning into writing. He published religious fiction and later began self-publishing books focused on near-death experiences and apocalyptic themes. Over time, those ideas grew more extreme. He began claiming to receive visions about the end of the world. He spoke about spiritual rankings, light and dark spirits, and catastrophic events that were supposedly coming to America. In 2015, Chad said he felt spiritually directed to move to Rexburg, Idaho. He and Tammy relocated there. Around 2015, Lori became deeply interested in end times teaching. She read religious books, followed fringe spiritual podcasts, and increasingly immersed herself in apocalyptic ideology. In October of 2018, she attended a religious preparedness event where she met Chad for the first time. Chad reportedly told Lori they had been married in previous lifetimes. Their relationship intensified quickly. Private communication turned into a romantic affair. They began promoting a belief system centered around spiritual possessions, dark spirits, and preparing for the end of times. A small inner circle formed around them, including Lori's brother, Alex Cox, and a few close associates. They referred to themselves as part of a spiritual elite, sometimes calling it the Church of the Firstborn. In early 2019, Lori's marriage to Chad Vallow had deteriorated. Charles told friends and family he was concerned about Lori's beliefs and behavior. He filed for divorce and later withdrew it. He also quietly changed his life insurance policy beneficiary from Lori to his sister, a decision Lori reportedly did not know about. On July 11, 2019, Charles went to Lori's home in Chandler, Arizona to pick up JJ. An altercation occurred. Lori's brother, Alex Cox, shot and killed Charles inside the home. Alex claimed self-defense. Lori did not call 911 immediately. Instead, she left the house shortly afterward and went about routine errands before police arrived. No charges were filed at the time. In September 2019, 16-year-old Tylee Ryan was last seen during a family trip to Yellowstone National Park. 7-year-old JJ was last seen weeks later in Rexburg, Idaho. A friend later stated that Alex Cox carried the sleeping child upstairs. That was the last confirmed sighting of him alive. After that, both children vanished. Lori withdrew JJ from school and told others conflicting stories about the children's whereabouts. Despite their disappearance, Lori continued collecting their Social Security survivor benefits. In October 2019, Lori's niece's estranged husband, Brandon Boudreaux, was shot at while driving in Arizona. The vehicle used was linked to Lori's circle. Just days later, Chad's wife, Tammy, reported that a masked man shot at her in her driveway. 10 days after that incident, Tammy was found dead in her home. Initially ruled natural causes, her body was later exhumed. 2 weeks later, after Tammy's death, Chad and Lori married in Hawaii. At this point, Tylee and JJ had not been seen for months. As concerns grew, law enforcement located Lori and Chad in Hawaii in early 2020. Lori was ordered to produce the children. She did not. In June 2020, authorities searched Chad's property in Idaho. Buried in the backyard were human remains. Tylee's remains were found in a section of the yard previously used as a pet burial area. JJ's remains were found nearby. The discovery confirmed the worst fears. In 2023, Lori was convicted in Idaho of first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan, first-degree murder of JJ Vallow, conspiracy to commit murder, grand theft related to benefits fraud. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In 2024, she was also convicted in Arizona for conspiracy in the murder of Charles Vallow and faces additional sentencing related to the case. She is currently incarcerated in the Idaho Department of Correction, serving multiple life sentences. In 2024, Chad Daybell was convicted of first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan, first-degree murder of JJ Vallow, conspiracy to commit murder, first-degree murder of Tammy Daybell. He was sentenced to death in the state of Idaho. He is currently on death row at the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. Alex Cox, Lori's brother, died in December 2019 from natural causes related to blood clots before he could face charges. Lori Vallow Daybell is serving life in prison without parole. Chad Daybell is awaiting execution on Idaho's death row. The case became one of the most nationally followed true crime stories in recent history, often described as a deadly combination of religious extremism, manipulation, and control.